guys, so I'm here today to film a top 10 high-end products that are worth the money video. I feel like I filmed a lot of like best drugstore products and favorite drugstore products, but I also wanted to talk about 10 high-end products that I definitely think are worth the money. And actually it was really easy for me to go through my collection and just pick out, I like just grabbed the first 10 things that like really stood out to me, and it was super simple. So that's how I know these things are like ride or die my favorites. So let's do this. So the first thing I want to talk about for primer is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I'm wearing it today. I wear it all the time. I have never repurchased a primer more than this one. I believe this is my third bottle of this. If you can hear noise in the background, it's because the kittens are in here with me and they are, as usual, causing a ruckus. So if I blend this primer into my skin, you can see just how glowy it makes your skin. Like, every illuminating primer that I've ever tried pales in comparison to this. Nothing is actually illuminating except for this primer. It's 100% worth the money. Could not recommend it more. I absolutely love this primer. For foundation, the IT Cosmetics CC Cream is what I have to recommend. NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation gets a honorable mention, but I haven't repurchased that one before, and this one I'm on my second tube, and I will repurchase it the second I finish it. This is my favorite summer foundation. I am in the shade Fair, and I also love this for mixing in with any other foundations that are either too dark for me or not glowy enough, because this is super glowy. Like, if I mix these two together, I look like a grease ball in the most perfect way ever. So you definitely need this if you want glowy skin. It's like a full coverage CC cream. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It's just fucking magical, and I cannot talk about this enough. It's just my favorite. I've talked about this for like the past 2 years nonstop, and I will never stop talking about this. It's amazing. The first face product I want to talk about is NARS blushes. This is the NARS blush in Madly. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, and NARS used to have like this reputation for being the ultimate blushes, and I feel like NARS is this brand that like used to be super high-end, and I always had like a special place in my heart for it, but I feel like they've been kind of lacking lately. Like, they haven't put out any products that I've been excited about for a while, but tried and true, I go back to my NARS Madly blush time and time again, and it is my favorite. I love this blush formula in general. I also have Luster. I also love Sin. You need a NARS blush in your life. Trust me. For highlight, I first want to talk about the Anastasia. Oh my god. There's a broken highlight in here. How did that happen? I am now covered in highlight. I'm going to talk about the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero palette. I'm just going to kind of tilt it up because somehow this shade here, which is the lightest color with the blue shift to it, shattered on me. I have a bunch of palettes that I broke shadows with when I was moving my room around, so I do have to reorganize them. So this will be one of them, but that color Forever Lit is gorgeous. I also love Forever Young and Kitty Cat. These are definitely kind of a glittery highlight, but if you love a pink toned highlight, you will love this palette. I'm just going to put it over here before I ruin it. Amazing. It's just like a great formula. I love the Anastasia Glow Kits. I find that there haven't really been many that I loved. The new, is it called Dream? The new one with like all the like really glittery, like colorful ones. But like this one is like my pride and joy, my one true love. I can't say enough about it. And another highlight I want to talk about is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Duo Highlighter. This is in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I just picked this up recently, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm wearing both colors on my cheek today. I put them on my forehead, my chin, like I covered my whole face in this today, and I absolutely love it. These colors are so gorgeous. It's so nice to see brands finally coming out with pink toned highlighters, because I feel like it was gold for so long, and like pink people exist, just in case you didn't know. So I'm obsessed with this highlighter. I think it's fantastic. I definitely want to pick up more Fenty highlighters. Riri is just killing the game. For eye products, I want to talk about two palettes. The first palette is, of course, the Modern Renaissance palette. I adore this palette. It is just such a beautiful color scheme. It was such a change in the game when it came out, because it wasn't just warm tones. It had these beautiful reds and berry colors in there, along with like purples and stuff. Like, it's just so beautiful. I absolutely love this so much. I love the formula. I love everything about it. I wish they would just redo Subculture in this formula, because I want those colors in a palette so bad, but that formula was atrocious, and everyone should have the Modern Renaissance palette. If you don't own this, what the fuck are you doing? Like, actually, go put it in your cart and buy it. I'll wait. The next palette I want to talk about is the Urban Decay Naked palette. This is the original Naked palette, and I just feel like, I don't want to call it an underrated palette, but I feel like it doesn't get as much hype anymore. Like, this was, you want to talk about game changers? This was a game changer. This was like the first neutral palette. I believe this was the first thing that I like was on the wait list on Sephora for, and I remember waiting and purchasing this the second it came back in stock, and like, the formula on these eyeshadows are fantastic. I mean, there are not enough mattes in here, but that was the game back then when this came out, and I still think that this palette rings true. It's my favorite of all the Naked palettes. I think everyone needs this palette in their collection, and I don't think it gets as much love as it used to get, and it deserves more love. And like, it also doesn't get as much love in my collection, but it deserves it. This palette is phenomenal, and I absolutely love it. The last eye product I want to talk about is the Kat Von D Ink Liner in Trooper. I don't know how many of these I've bought in my life, maybe 7, maybe 10, I don't know, but I will never stop buying this. It's the eyeliner I'm wearing today. The ink liner has a felt tip brush as opposed to the, what's the other one called? The tattoo liner has a brush tip applicator. Personally, I find a felt tip applicator so much easier to use. That's just how I've found it easiest to apply liquid liner. If you're struggling to apply a wing, try different types of brushes, like try a brush tip applicator, try a felt tip applicator. I personally find felt tip easier and gives you more control, and I love the ink liner. It's the best liquid liner I've ever used, and I will never stop repurchasing it, even if Kat Von D lets me down in real life by being an anti-vaxxer. She was just like, everything else but her was perfect, so she had to have one huge flaw, I guess. For lip products, I have 2 lip products to talk about. One, again, is a NARS product that I feel like has kind of lost hype. And this is the, what are these called? The NARS Audacious Lipsticks. This is the color Charlotte, which is what I'm wearing on my lips today. And these babies are pricey, and when they came out, they were hyped AF. So this is the color here. I'm wearing it on my lips today. I also have the color Jean. They are, I believe, $37 Canadian, but they are a super moisturizing but matte formula. They remind me of like the Maybelline matte lipsticks where they're matte, but they're not uncomfortable matte. They're just so beautiful, so fantastic. I mean, also, can we talk about a magnetic lid? Fucking classy AF. I think this deserves to get more hype again. Like, when these first came out, people were like buying the entire collection, and now no one talks about them anymore. But they're fantastic lipsticks, so you should look into these. And the last product I want to talk about are the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. These are my favorite liquid lipstick formula ever, I'm pretty sure. Like, I love them. Not only that, but Kat Von D just like gets me makeup wise. She always puts out the most amazing colors. Like, look at these colors. I also am obsessed with Sanctuary, but it's in my purse, which is why I don't have it in here. Just absolutely amazing colors selection, beautiful formula. They're comfortable on the lips. I also love Witches, which is the black one. So yeah, I definitely could not recommend Kat Von D's liquid lipsticks more. Around Christmas time, buy the sets. I bought a set last Christmas and it was flawless and magnificent, and I definitely just think that everyone needs Kat Von D liquid lipsticks in their lives. They're fantastic. So those are my top 10 high-end products that are worth the money that you need in your life. Let me know down below what your favorite high-end products are, because you know I'm always up on that Sephora website. So thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.